to Moral Wake Up, a place where stories open your mind and heart. Simple messages, powerful meanings. Let's begin the journey. Moral Wake Up.
In a quiet corner of the universe, far beyond the reach of human charts or machines, floated a moon unlike any other. Its name was Wernock, a crystal moon orbiting a forgotten star. It shimmered with colors that didn't exist anywhere else in the galaxy, pulsing gently like a living heart in the cold of space. Wernock was silent, but not lifeless. Beneath its glassy surface, ancient energy stirred, and time itself flowed differently, not in straight lines, but in spirals and echoes. Very few had ever stepped on Wernock, and fewer still had returned. Today, the silence broke. From the sky descended a silver vessel, its wings folding softly as it touched the moon's glowing crust. Out stepped Kael, a lone traveler with a purpose carved deep into his soul. He wasn't young, but not old either. His body was strong, his movements sure. But behind his single glowing eye, sorrow lived, heavy and quiet. Kael had once been a ruler, a protector of his people. But one decision, one single moment of hesitation, had destroyed his homeworld. It had turned cities into ash, silenced millions. He had survived. But he had never forgiven himself. For years he searched the stars, hoping to disappear, until he learned of Wernock, and of the time crystal, a force rumored to be hidden at its core, capable of reaching backward through time, not to erase pain, but to reshape it. He stepped down. The surface responded to him like it remembered. The crystal plains glimmered beneath his boots. Giant towers of quartz reached toward the dark sky, humming gently. Blue mist drifted like slow breath. Time pulsed around him, moments stretched and snapped like thin wires. He felt the seconds hesitate as he passed, the past pulling gently at his memories. Finally, he reached the heart of Wernock, a place untouched by time. Floating around him were shards of crystal, spinning slowly like silent sentinels. And at the center stood a figure, the Shardmother. She was tall, glowing, made entirely of living crystal. She had no mouth, but she spoke, through silence, through light. She raised one graceful hand and pointed. There it was, suspended in air, the time crystal, a sphere of memory and light slowly spinning, radiating warmth and sorrow. Kael stepped forward. He knew the rules. If he touched it, he could go back, change what once was. But at a cost. He could never return. The moment he altered the past, he would be erased from the future. He stood quietly. Then he whispered to himself, "For them, I would do it all again." And he touched it. The universe exploded. Light tore through him, not violently, but beautifully. He was falling through time. No, flying. Memories rushed past. His childhood, his first victory, the last desperate day. And then he stood again, back in his old command chamber. The final moment. The moment where everything had gone wrong. Kael stepped forward. Calm, gentle, powerful. "Wait," he said. "There's another way." Time bent. The disaster never came. His world lived. His people smiled. But as history rewrote itself, Kael faded. When he opened his eyes again, he was back on Wernock. The time crystal was gone. The stars above were quiet. His ship was dust, but he smiled, because his people lived, and no one would know his name. And that was enough. The Shardmother approached him once more. This time she bowed. Without words, Kael understood. He had passed the final test, not of power, but of sacrifice. And so, Kael remained. Not as a traveler, but as the guardian of Wernock. He watched over the moon in silence, guiding those who came seeking second chances. He never spoke again, but his presence was felt, in the wind, in the crystals, and in the soft whisper of time itself. Time is a test. Do you want to change? First, be ready to change yourself.
In the corner of the stars, where no judge could ever find, drifted one oak crystal moon with colors undefined. Beneath its glowing surface, ancient echoes lie, where time would softly ripple and secrets never die. Kael arrived in silence with sorrow in his eyes. A leader turned his shadow beneath unforgiving skies. He bore the weight of millions, lost to one mistake, and sought the myth of mercy for the future he could make. Oh, the stars may never sing his name, no stone will bear his flame, but in the crystal winds he cries, a soul reborn beyond the skies. He gave his past, he gave his light, to turn the wrong into the right, a whisper of time, forever bright. Through spires of glowing courts and mists of silent blue, he walked where none had dared, where fate alone would choose. And in the heart of silence, beneath the short-felt dome, he met the Shardmother in her crystal throne. She spoke no word, she raised one hand to where the time crystal did stand. Kael knew the path, he knew the price, to trade his name for sacrifice. Oh, the stars may never sing his name, no stone will bear his flame, but in the crystal winds he cries, a soul reborn beyond the skies. He gave his past, he gave his light, to turn the wrong into the right, a whisper of time, forever bright. Touch the light, the world did bend. Through memories he found the end. A voice was heard, his own but wise. Wait, there is another rise. The past was changed, the people lived, but Kael was gone with all he'd give. No praise, no song, no glory's gleam, just stardust in a silent dream. No, the stars may never sing his name, but still they burn the same. And those who walk on Warnock's face can feel the spirits in that place. He guards the time, he gave his light, a silent soul in endless night, a whisper of time, forever bright. He touched the light, the world did bend, to where the time crystal did stand. I am. He touched the light, the world did bend. Through memories, he found the end. A voice was heard, his own but wise. Wait, there is another rise.
Thank you for watching Moral Wake Up. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next story. More meaningful stories are on the way at Moral Wake Up.